Let's simplify this complex fraction. Why we call this a complex fraction is because we have a fraction within a fraction. Here in the numerator is a fraction, and also in the denominator is a fraction. The way that I like to go about working with complex fractions is to make both the denominators the same. The way I would have to do that, since this is 7 and this is 14, is to multiply this first denominator by 2, but also multiply its numerator by 2. Then there's also a y cubed in that denominator, so this denominator would need a y cubed, and so would its numerator. I'm going to write that out so you can see what we have. That's 18x squared over 14y cubed, which is being divided by 3x y to the fourth divided by 14y cubed. Now I keep saying divided by because a fraction bar is nothing more than a division symbol. So let's rewrite this as division of two fractions. 18x squared divided by 14y cubed divided by 3xy to the fourth divided by 14y cubed. Let's recall, when you're dividing fractions, well, that's right, we don't divide, we multiply by the reciprocal. So I'll still have this 18x squared 14y cubed, but I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal of the following fraction. So that 14y cubed comes to the numerator, and we have this 3xy to the fourth in the denominator. Now when you're multiplying fractions, you get to reduce any common factor with the numerator that's also in the denominator. So 14 goes into 14 once, y cubed goes into y cubed once, and all that's holding all this together is multiplication, so that's why we're able to do this reducing. And we can also reduce this numerator and denominator, but I want you to see what that looks like for a second. That's 18x squared over 3xy to the fourth. And the reason why I wanted you to look at that is look back here. When we were working with these fractions and we made the bottoms the same, do you notice that the numerator was 18x squared and the numerator inside the denominator was 3xy to the fourth, the same thing we ended up with here. So that's why I go about making these denominators the same, is so that I can reduce them and I'm just left with the numerators. Okay, so for our final reducing, 3 goes into 18 6 times, and x will go into x squared just one time, 1x. So our answer is 6x divided by y to the fourth.